Day 3, Phenom times way to work. Second day of the camp. The first 2 days so far have been great, and today is a new day to improve and do better than the day before.
You guys feeling good today? You guys good? Yeah. Okay. Great job yesterday. Really good job. Me and Afis, Ivan, were really impressed with the skill set, and you guys were working really hard. I feel like we all, as a group, got a little bit better yesterday as basketball players, as individuals. So I think today, let's keep that same mentality. Let's work hard, push yourself. Make sure you drink lots of water, and yeah, let's just get better today. The morning session, we'll take a little break, and then we'll go back at it in the afternoon. All right, so we'll start off with stretching. Kabir is going to lead the stretch, so we'll all get in a circle, and let's do this guy. All right, so let's bring it in. Family on 3, okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Family.
So, with each day of the camp, we want to make sure that we have the same kind of structure, but we want to add on something new to the foundation we put from day 1. One of the main focuses, as I said in the first 2 videos, is footwork, body position, and decision making, always being the focal point of every session. It's good to see that we can add on little things to what we said yesterday, looking at everyone implement them and adding, making new mistakes and learning from the old ones. The one thing about this experience, which I'm definitely going to take away with me, is attention to detail. And when I actually think, especially when it comes to the stations, having to make sure with my body language, my body position, my footwork, and actually going through the little details so everyone can understand. Because obviously there's still a language barrier. I can see already that a lot of them are doing a lot better from the first day. The work ethic is exactly the same, everyone's still going hard. Something else we wanted to look at today was defense, based on some of the things we saw from the one-on-ones on the previous day. So we thought we'd take it down to the basics, the basic fundamentals. So we made it a defensive game. Simple, a game that most of us have played before. I say defense, they slap the ground. I point to one side, 2 slides. If they're too slow of any of the commands that are being said, it's 10 push-ups. We was looking to condition them, as well as seeing how well they followed instructions and how quickly they could implement them, as well as also incorporating some of the other things like boxing out and trying to emphasize the importance of being balanced on defense. One thing that I do remember about this game is if you wasn't balanced, you'd get tested. One of my fondest memories, Coach Mike pushing the kid over. And from that experience, I make sure every time we do this drill, I test your own balance, even if that means you fall over. In other words, me and Kendall went around and started pushing pushing kids to see if they'd fall over. As we progressed through the drill, we added things on, positioning on the box out. How to open up and then close out. As everyone was starting to get it, the only natural progression was to make it a competition. Last player standing. Same rules apply. This time if you're too slow, we'll sit. The one thing I do like about these guys, when it comes to competition, no one's trying to lose. Everyone was trying to compete. It got down to the point where the mental toughness really had to kick in. Some people started to get tired, started to get slower, to the point some people just did the wrong command. Obviously it had to be a winner, and it came down to 3. I enjoyed this session because we learned some basic fundamentals on defense, and we had fun doing it too, and everyone went hard. I think that's how training should be. You should be enjoying what you're doing and also learning at the same time. It was a good first session.
8, 9, 10. Make sure we drink and eat, and then come back up. 2. Come back at 2.
Family on 3. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Defense was jokes. Nah, it was pretty good. Second day, first session. It was good. Afternoon, pick and roll. I can touch a bit more on defense.
that. But me and Peace, we put you guys in different situations to make you. So it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for you guys. But in order to be, you guys will be point guards, you guys have to be able to communicate and have your other teammates listen to you. Okay? And you're building, with these situations like this, you're building leadership, character, you're building traits that help make you a good basketball player. So, so it's okay. I mean, I mean, when I have to do it, sometimes it's scary to be in the middle, have everybody watch you, but you're building your confidence, leadership skills. That's all part of being a basketball player. And so we're gonna make you guys feel uncomfortable sometimes. So, but you guys are doing a good job. So all of us, we watch you. So good job. Let's get at it, and let's have fun and get better. Okay. All right. Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Second session. Like I said, we wanted to touch on individual defense. So we started with a drill, trying to emphasize hand distance from the hip. Obviously, from the games that we saw on the one-on-ones, there was a lot of reaching, or there was a lot of sagging. So we wanted to emphasize making sure you were at hip distance with your arm. And if they were to drive, you're in a position to cut them off. So the drill was basically 2 dribbles. Defense gives them the first dribble, cuts them on the second. Then offensive player retreat dribbles, and then they go again. Emphasizing trying to be at hip distance, and emphasizing to cut off straight away. Now having a hand on the hip is supposed to be used just as a guideline, so players understood the distance between their man and their reach towards the ball. As we progressed, most players understood that they need to have their hand on the hip the whole time, just to locate and then understand the distance from there. Personally, I really like this drill. It's something that was inspired by Coach Forbes and Coach Daniel Ivan, taking the little things and putting it together. Knowledge is key.
So 2 double crossover. The first one is going to be a setup dribble. The second one is a crossover. Cross, step.
As I said before, sticking to the structure of the camp, we always want to add a move of some sort. Dribble move, triple threat move, just something that the kids can add to their game. Also emphasizing how to use the move and when to, and breaking down the details. After teaching the go-to move, we went from passive to aggressive. So the guys were put in a line and had myself and Kendall playing D.
No buckets. We said no buckets. No buckets today.
After having fun playing D and locking up, we let the kids play 4-on-4.
All right, guys, great job today. Day 2, Phenom. Very good. Yesterday, good. Today, very good. What I saw today I really liked was you guys competed against each other. You guys went hard against each other. You guys went hard against each other. You guys are friends outside of basketball. When you're on the court, you guys compete. I like that. Maybe if you saw that. Did you guys have a lot of fun today? That's the main thing. You guys had fun. And also, you guys felt like you got a little bit better. If you learned one thing today, out of all the things we taught you, if you learned one thing, take away with it, then we've done our job. So great job today. Come back tomorrow, same energy. Finish off the camp right. Peace.
It was good. Everyone worked hard. Like Kendall said, everyone listened, looked, understood. If you took one thing away today, that's great. Yeah. Good job.
Very good. Very good. Get some rest, get some aqua, okay? All right, family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Another session, and I can honestly say I'm happy with the day. Each person in the gym worked hard and had fun. Everyone put in the work to be better than the day before. I know Kendall was happy with what we did today. As there was no game scheduled for tonight, Oma, the organizer, booked a table for all of us to have a camp dinner, for us to sit down, relax, and talk about the day. Now, when I say talk, as you can tell from the video, my Italian is not there, so Google Translate aided me with a lot of these conversations, but basketball is universal. After the dinner we headed back. I went to talk to Tom and Rayad about how they played the night before and all the little things that we could look at to see how they could do a bit better for the future games coming up. We looked at things that went well in regards to how they attacked the basket, defense, spacing and decision making. Then we looked at the weaknesses they both had individually and as a team, as well as opportunities that were available and could be present when they're facing other teams. I think all in all they got what I was trying to say, and we made notes moving forward. Hopefully they apply it when they're playing the other teams.
Are you walking away?
I should have got you that one. It's too late now.
There's some things I can't explain. And this was one of those moments. Everyone has their own way to work. On the next episode, it's the last day of camp. We go through a few more drills and then we sign off.
We just wrapped up our first annual Phenom camp out here in Santa Clarita.
And then you watch the next stage of the meet games. Tom and Rayad's team, Kendall and Kabir's team. There's a lot to look forward to in the next episode. I just want to take this time to thank everyone that's been watching the videos and episodes. We appreciate you. If you haven't seen any of the previous videos, link below to the previous days. Also, check out the WAY2WORK page for player training videos, and check out WAY2WORK highlights for highlights of all different leagues in the country.